I need to tell you about the weirdest glitch I've ever experienced in Roblox. Last week, I somehow time traveled. Not in real life, but in the game. I ended up in 2008 Roblox, the oldie Roblox. Before modern graphics, before the current UI, before most of you were even born. And it was incredible. Everything was different. The games, the players, the entire culture. It was like stepping into a time capsule. Before we continue, quick disclaimer. This is a fictional story, completely made up. Time travel isn't real, and this didn't actually happen. But it's inspired by real Roblox history and the nostalgia many veteran players feel for the old days. My name in this story is Alex. I'm 18 years old, been playing Roblox since 2015. And this is the story of how I accidentally visited the past. Let's begin. It started on a boring Tuesday night. I was just browsing games like usual, looking for something new to play. I'd been clicking through pages for about 10 minutes when my internet started acting weird. Connection got slow. Pages were loading strangely. Then I saw something odd in the game list. A game with no thumbnail, just a gray square. The title was glitched text, random characters and symbols. Created date 2008. 2008, that's 16 years ago. Most games from back then have been deleted or updated, but this one just existed, with 0 visits, 0 favorites, like it had been frozen in time. My cursor hovered over it. Part of me knew I probably shouldn't click it. Probably a broken link, or worse, some kind of virus. But curiosity got the better of me. I clicked. The page loaded, but not the modern Roblox game page. This looked old, really old. The UI was completely different, boxy, simpler. The font was different. The layout was different. It looked like a website from 2008. What the? My Roblox client opened, but immediately something felt wrong. The loading screen was different. Instead of the modern sleek design, it was the old blocky logo, the one I'd only seen in YouTube videos about old Roblox. And then I loaded in. The moment I spawned, I knew something was very, very different. I wasn't in a modern Roblox game. I was in old Roblox. The graphics were simpler, more blocky. The lighting was flat, no shadows, no advanced effects. My avatar looked different too, more basic. The animations were stiff and robotic. I looked around. I was in what appeared to be Crossroads, one of the classic Roblox maps, but it looked exactly how it did in 2008, not the recreated version, the actual original. And then I saw the chat. Players were talking, but the usernames, they were all from 2008 era. Names like Seek8erboy 2008 and XX Dark Angel XX and Cool Dude 99. One player walked up to me. Their avatar was basic. Default pants, a simple shirt, the old man face. They typed in chat, "Hey noob, first time here, noob." I hadn't been called a noob in years. The word felt nostalgic and weird at the same time. I typed back, yeah, what year is it? Weird question, I know, but I had to ask. They responded, what year? Lol, it's 2008, why? My heart started racing. I checked the Roblox client, the version number, the UI, everything. This wasn't a recreation. This wasn't a retro game. Somehow, impossibly, I had glitched into an archived version of Roblox from 2008. I had time traveled. I spent the first few minutes just looking around, taking it all in. Everything was different, and I mean everything. The terrain was simpler, just basic blocks and spheres, no realistic textures, no detailed meshes, just pure simple geometry. The sky was a flat blue, no clouds, no dynamic lighting, just blue. But it wasn't ugly, it was charming, in a this is what gaming looked like back then kind of way. I opened my inventory. My modern items were gone. I had the default gear, the classic sword, the slingshot, the rocket launcher that was hilariously overpowered. I equipped the sword, swung it around. The animation was so basic compared to modern combat, but there was something satisfying about it. I decided to explore. I clicked on the Games tab, and oh my god, the games list. Work at a pizza place was there, but it was the original version, from 2008, before all the updates. Natural Disaster Survival, original version, Sword Fight on the Heights, the classic original, and games I'd only heard about in YouTube videos, games that had been deleted years ago, Chaos Canyon, Rocket Arena, The Underground War, games that veteran players talked about with reverence, games that were legendary, and now I could actually play them. I clicked on Sword Fight on the Heights, loaded in, and it was exactly how the old videos showed it. The original map, the original swords, the original chaotic, beautiful mess of 2008 combat. Players were fighting everywhere. The chat was wild. People weren't being toxic or strategic. They were just having fun. Pure, unfiltered fun. This is awesome, someone typed. I love this game, typed another. The enthusiasm was infectious. This was before gaming became super competitive. Before everyone was trying to optimize and min-max. People were just playing. I joined in, fought some players, died a bunch, laughed at the ridiculous physics, and then I noticed something else. The community was different too. The players talked differently. The chat was full of internet speak from 2008. Things like, RoFL, that was epic. OMG pwned. You mad bro? Epic fail. Language I'd only seen in old memes. But here, it was alive. It was current. It was how people actually talked. And the usernames. Oh man, the usernames. No one had creative modern names. Everyone had names like Cool Guy 123, Dark Shadow 4T56, XX Ninja Assassin, XX, Skater Boy 2000. Every name was either Cool, Dark Ninja, Dragon, or had XX around it. It was beautiful in its lack of originality. I checked the catalog, the items available for purchase. Everything was so cheap. Items that would cost thousands of Robux now were like 10 Robux. Limiteds didn't exist yet. There was no trading economy. The Builders Club tiers were different. The whole monetization was simpler. And the forums. Oh god, the forums were still active. I'd heard stories about the old Roblox forums, how they were wild and unmoderated and chaotic. I browsed through some threads. Post your best Roblox moment. What's your favorite game? Anyone else think game is awesome? The posts were so earnest, so genuine. No irony, no cynicism. Just kids excited about a game they loved. One thread caught my eye. What do you think Roblox will be like in 2025? I clicked it, read the responses. Probably way better graphics. Maybe we'll have these 1,000 players in one game. I bet it'll be on phones too. They had no idea how right they were, and how much would change. I wanted to respond, to tell them about the future, about how Roblox would become a massive platform with billions of players and developers making millions of dollars. But I hesitated. Should I? Would it matter? Was this even real? Before I could decide, something happened that changed everything. I was in a random obby game when another player approached me. Username, BuilderBob2008. They typed, "Hey, your avatar looks weird. What items are you wearing?" I looked at my avatar. I hadn't changed anything. But I guess compared to the simple 2008 avatars, my default modern look was different. Just default stuff. I typed back. Doesn't look default to me. Are you a developer? No, I'm just a regular player. What's your favorite game? They asked. I thought about it. What games existed in 2008 that I could mention? Sword fighting, I said, playing it safe. Oh, cool. Want to play together? I'm trying to get better. We played together for a while. Builder Bob was clearly a kid, probably 10 or 11 years old, enthusiastic, asking tons of questions. How old are you? He asked. 18, I answered honestly. Wow, that's old. Do you go to college? I laughed. Yeah, actually. Cool. I'm in 5th grade. I want to be a game developer when I grow up. Make games like Roblox. Something about that hit me. This was 2008. This kid would be 26, 27 years old now. In my time, I wondered if he actually became a developer, if he stuck with Roblox, if he was still playing. That's awesome, I said. Keep building. You'll make great games. Thanks. Hey, add me as a friend? I sent him a friend request. It went through. We played for another hour. He showed me his favorite games. We built stuff in free build servers. We just hung out. And it hit me how different socializing was back then. No voice chat, just text. But the connections felt more genuine somehow. People weren't worried about being popular or going viral. They just wanted to make friends and play games. Eventually, Builder Bob had to go. My mom says dinner is ready. See you tomorrow? Yeah, see you tomorrow, I said, but I knew that was probably a lie. I didn't know how long I'd be here, or if I'd be able to come back. After he left, I sat in the game world, just thinking, these players I was interacting with, who were they really? Were they actual recordings, AI recreations, or somehow was I actually talking to people from 2008? I decided I needed to investigate this further. I went looking for answers. I started exploring the edges of this world, looking for clues, inconsistencies, anything that would explain what this place was. I found a game I'd never heard of before, Developer Test Zone. I joined it. The map was empty except for one building, a large windowless structure. I entered. Inside was a single room with text on the wall. Not in-game text, but text embedded in the actual geometry. It read, Roblox Archive Project 2023. Preserving gaming history for future generations. This server contains a snapshot of Roblox as it existed in 2000. All games, items, and interactions are recreated from archived data. Players you meet are AI reconstructions based on chat logs and behavior patterns. AI reconstructions. My heart sank a little. Builder Bob wasn't real, not in the way I'd hoped. He was an AI recreation based on actual player data from 2008. But then, did that make the experience less meaningful? I walked around the archive building, found more text. This project was created by former Roblox developers who wanted to preserve the history of the platform, to remember what it was like in the beginning, before the platform became what it is today. Not better, not worse, just different. This archive serves as a reminder of where we came from, and a time capsule for those who never experienced the early days. I exited the building, stood in that empty test zone, and I understood. This wasn't actually time travel. It was something else, something arguably more important. It was preservation, digital archaeology, a museum. The games I played, the players I met, the culture I experienced. It was all reconstructed from real data, real memories, real history. Builder Bob might have been AI, but he was based on a real kid who really played Roblox in 2008, who really loved building, who really wanted to be a developer. And somewhere in my time in 2025, that person exists. Maybe as a developer, maybe not, but they exist. And this archive preserved a piece of their childhood. I felt emotional, more emotional than I expected. I left the test zone and went back to Crossroads, the original spawn point. I looked at all the players running around, fighting, building, chatting, laughing. They might be AI, but they represented real people, real memories, real joy. This was a love letter to the past, and I was grateful to have experienced it. I spent one last hour in the 2008 archive, playing the old games, reading the old forums, experiencing a version of Roblox I'd never known. And then, I left. I closed the game client. When I reopened Roblox, I was back in the modern version. The glitched game link was gone. No trace of it existed. Had it been real? Had I actually found that archive? Or was it some fever dream? I checked my friends list. There, at the bottom, was one entry that shouldn't exist. Builder Bob 2008, last online 2008. So it was real, somehow. I sat back in my chair and thought about what I'd experienced. Here's what I learned. Roblox has changed so much. The graphics are better. The games are more complex. The platform is more sophisticated. There's voice chat, advanced physics, realistic lighting, AAA level experiences. But something was lost too. The simplicity, the innocence, the pure, unfiltered joy of just playing. Not grinding, not optimizing, not chasing trends or views or social media clout. Just playing. Back in 2008, Roblox was smaller. The games were simpler. The graphics were basic. But the community was tight-knit. People made friends easily. Creativity thrived because of limitations, not despite them. Now, Roblox is massive. Billions of players, millions of games, incredible technology, professional developers making life-changing money. That's amazing. That's progress. That's evolution. But sometimes, I think we forget where we came from. Those kids in 2008 building blocky swords and making obby courses that broke in hilarious ways, they laid the foundation for everything that exists today. Every modern Roblox developer started somewhere, learning, creating, failing, improving. That's the legacy worth preserving. Not just the old games or the old UI, but the spirit of early Roblox, the creativity, the community, the pure love of making and playing. Now remember, this was a fictional story. I didn't actually time travel. That archive server doesn't exist, as far as I know. But the history, that's real. Roblox has changed dramatically since 2008, and while we can't go back in time, we can remember and appreciate where we came from. For veteran players who were there in the early days, you're part of gaming history. Your memories matter. Your experiences shaped what Roblox became. For new players who joined recently, you're building the next chapter. The Roblox of 2040 will look back at 2025 the same way we look at 2008. Everything evolves, everything changes, and that's okay. But every now and then, it's nice to remember the past, to appreciate how far we've come, and to carry forward the best parts of what made it special. Keep creating, keep playing, keep building, and who knows, maybe someday, someone will make a real archive project, a digital museum of gaming history, and future players will get to experience what it was like back in our time. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. If you enjoyed this nostalgic trip, leave a like. If you played Roblox in the old days, share your memories in the comments. And if you want more stories like this, you know what to do. See you in the next one, whether that's the present, past, or future.